What's going on, guys? What's up? It's been a minute since I've been on this channel, so we're gonna try and start getting some more consistent content going. But I wanted to add fishing into the Urban Outlaw channel because it's another passion of mine, and I think we're gonna put that in there as well. So this will be the first fishing video on the Urban Outlaw channel. So if you guys are new, please hit that like, hit that subscribe. If you're coming back, thanks again for watching. I appreciate all the support. So let's kind of dive right into it. Now, this is going to be geared specifically for fishing off of like structure, piers, jetties, the shoreline. And it's going to be more of a kind of like a tips and advice video, and what I found works best for certain situations that just from trial and error, I've kind of figured out how to really get everything to kind of work together and work well. So I wanted to kind of pass that information on to you guys. So if you haven't fished from the shoreline and you're used to just kind of going off of a boat, it is a little bit different of an animal. You're more on your own, and you're taking a lot more stress than and the gear takes a lot more stress off the shoreline than it does, at least in my opinion, where I'm fishing it does, than going off of a boat. I'll show you my reel here. It's pretty beat up. There's some scratches and some dents and dings in it. It's been hit a couple. It's been, bounced off the dock a few times. When you're on your own, once you hook a big fish up, and especially if it's low tide, you're gonna realistically have to net that fish and get him up the pier with either an extended net, which we'll talk about in another video, or a bridge net that you lower down into the water and scoop those fish and carry them up, because it's a lot of these bridge and structure fishing for saltwater off like piers and docks. It can be a big tidal change, a big, it could be up to 10 feet sometimes. So having to kind of haul that fish up 10 feet with just a rod and reel, you're going to have to either have some really heavy duty, kind of overkill equipment, or you make it easier on you and you use a bridge net or an extended net, which we'll talk about in another video. This is just going to be kind of your rod and reel setup. So the way I look at it is, I can't myself justify spending ridiculous amounts of money on equipment that's just going to take a beating. It is. You're going to, the way I have to get some of these fish, you have to, you're just kind of wedging your pole in a dock piling and running down a ladder to go get them and bringing them back up with a net. The equipment does take some stress, and like I showed you, they'll get some scratches and dents and dings on it. And if you're gonna spend $650 on a pole and another $400 on a reel, that might be kind of hard to swallow when you see it get dinged and scratched up. So I go the other route. I kind of just find a happy medium and get the best equipment I can for a good amount of money. This reel is the Frigate 7000. The model is FGB 7000, and the reel is the Frigate 7000. And the rod that I'm using is an 8-foot ugly stick. The model is I believe it's called the Big Water. 8-foot collapsible, so it does break and it does come in half, so it makes it easier to kind of, if you don't have a truck, it'll make it easier to put in the back of your SUV, or even a small car can fit this rod. And that's kind of also what I like about it too. It's not, you don't have to have a certain vehicle to have this. So altogether, this Frigate 7000 reel and the Ugly Stick Big Water 8-foot rod, the rod itself was, I believe, $189, and the Frigate 7000 reel from Bass, this is all from Bass Pro, was $119. So you're not spending a ridiculous and insane amount of money on this setup. And I've pulled fish anywhere from 28 to 31 inches out of the harbor with this setup, and with no problem at all. It's way well equipped to handle it, and like I showed you guys before, it's got some dents and dings and scratches, and it's been banged off a concrete dock concrete dock more than a few times to go run down and get fish, and wedged in corners where it's, you got to just put your pole somewhere if you're by yourself, you got to anchor your pole to go get your fish. The next thing I wanted to talk about is, and the final thing in this video, is going to be the line. This is, most of your rods and reels will tell you exactly what the limit is for monofilament and for braided line. And the limit that this gear is going to go up to is 50 pounds. So 50 pound test monofilament and a 50 pound braid. And that's what I have on here. I have 50 pound braid. I have a 50 pound braid, and I think I forget the maker on it. I'll have to check on that and get back to you guys. But I go right up to the limit. I go right up to the limit that it goes. And that way, if you do have to put stress on it, it can handle it, and it's not going to snap the line if you hook up with a big fish. But that's all I had for you in this video, guys. Like I said, I'm going to be putting more. There's going to be quite a few fishing videos, tips and tricks, and then maybe even equipment videos. What I use personally, this is my personal rig. This is the Frigate 7000 with 50 pound braid on an 8-foot Ugly Stick Big Water. And then we'll go into some, I think in future videos, we're going to go into some lures and what works best for me around certain situations, what times to go for striped bass. If I didn't mention that before, we're fishing for striped bass here in Plymouth, Massachusetts. That's where I fish off the coast, off the jetty and off the docks and the piers. But that's all I got for you guys today. So just to kind of sum it up, it is a Frigate 7000 series reel. The model number is FGB 7000. It's a 50 pound braided line on an 8-foot Ugly Stick Big Water. And all of this, like I said, it's the pole was 189, so call it 200 with tax, and the reel was 120 with everything included. So that's $320, and you can get on the water. You can get out there and go fish for some trophy size fish relatively easily. This rig, like I told you, has pulled fish anywhere from 28 to 30 inches plus. It does it easily. I have no issues with it, and it's durable. It takes a beating, and that's kind of what I look for. I'm not, I don't have to be flashy or have the latest and greatest. I just need something that's going to be dependable and something that's going to work. And when you're hooked up with a big fish, you want whatever whatever you're pulling that fish in with to be reliable. That's the most important thing. You don't want it to crap the bed on you in a crucial situation where you're trying to land land a keeper size fish. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks for watching. Appreciate y'all. And we will catch you next time. My name is Bobby from the Urban Outlaw, and I'll see you guys later. Everybody have a good morning, noon, or evening, and I'm out of here.